The economy is a mess, but could your attitude be making you poor? In her new book, The Difference, How Anyone Can Prosper in Even the Toughest Times, Jean Chesky says that could be part of your problem. Please welcome Jean Chesky. What did you say? What did you mean by that? I mean, it says in your you could about secure financial future by implementing something you call the difference. What is the difference?
The difference is a prescription for getting from financial struggle to a place where you are financially strong. You talked in the last segment about finding the best of the best. The difference is about the best of the best in you. And it's about the attributes, the optimism, the resilience that you have that you really need to get a hold of if you have any prayer of succeeding in this economy.
How are you supposed to do that if you're like out of a job, got 3 kids to feed, got to put them through school, and you're just struggling right now?
And so many people are, and we don't want to downplay what they are going through in any way, but it's about thinking about what skills do you have, who could I connect with that I haven't talked to in a very long time, and just doing something. Because if you're sitting in that pessimistic place and you're not able to take one step, then you can't take the next step. You got to get yourself moving.
You can't be in a depression, a feeling depressed yourself when the recession is happening, and also pull yourself up. It's very difficult. So what she's saying, I think, is don't spiral down.
Right.
Find what you can find in the world for yourself to survive and to survive for your children.
Yeah, and the optimists in the world, they are the people who get the job interviews, then they get the jobs, they get the higher salary, they get the promotion. And this is not just me saying this. This is loads of academic research for many, many years.
Right. But, okay, so when you have that, because I know people who are really going through it, and they are very optimistic. They have gratitude. They try to see the good in everybody. And it's still not happening for them. And you're saying, keep doing it.
I'm saying do something else. Challenge yourself. And I know they are being challenged every single day. But think about, all right, what skills do I have? Can I apply those in energy, in education, in healthcare, where the money is being spent from the stimulus package? I got a call on my radio show from a woman who said there were no jobs in her area, but there were lots of foreclosed homes. She and her sister started a business cleaning out those foreclosed homes, and now they're hiring people. Just like the front page of the New York Times on Saturday talked about a guy who's doing something with jellyfish and making a lot of money. That's resilience.
Let me go back.
That's weird. What's he doing with jellyfish?
He said he's getting stung a lot, but he's actually making jellyfish fishbowl tanks for people, and they're buying them.
I wanted to go back a little bit. In the book, I'm going to read this. You reveal the results of a study that was conducted by Merrill Lynch and Harris Interactive. And the study discovered that there are 4 groups of people that make up the new economic strata in America. So what are these 4 groups?
We've got the wealthy at 3%, the financially comfortable at 27%, paycheck to paycheck at 54%, and people who are sinking further into debt every single month at 15%. And what I want to tell you about those top 2 tiers is that 10 years ago, 90% of those people were not there. They weren't born with this money. They did this. So you can do it too.
And you provide 8 steps for people to get to that place you're talking about. Can you go through the 8 steps?
Sure. We start with happiness and optimism, move on to resilience, connectedness. You've got to get a hold of your passion, your intuition. A couple of important financial attributes. You've got to save money, invest in stocks, and it really does help to be grateful because you get that karma kickback.
Now, on a practical level, the bill collectors are calling every day. You don't know if your house is going to be foreclosed. You're trying to figure out, I'm going out on job searches. I got my kids who are, where's that coming out of practical?
Well, let's prioritize which bills have to be paid to begin with. Let's deal with those interest rates and those people who are calling you for money, because some of them have to be paid before other people have to be paid. And finally, thankfully, the credit card companies are willing to deal with people. So if you haven't picked up the phone in a long time and asked for a break, pick it up again. It is absolutely time.
Let me ask you this. Over the weekend, there was forwarded to me a really powerful thing from YouTube called Is Anyone Listening? All about the effect that the economy is having on teenagers, young people in school, just getting into junior high school. What do you say to parents? Because to me, parents are resilient because they have to be, because they have kids. But what do you say to parents about how to deal with this issue with their kids? Because no one's talking about the effect on kids. They're not being able to study and do the things that they need to do. What do you say?
They're not talking to their kids. They're yelling around their kids. I was with a group of 5th and 6th grade girls who said their parents are just yelling about the money. And you have to open up a little bit with your children. They can take it. It is more frightening to them. And I have a 14-year-old and 11-year-old. It is more frightening to them to not know what is going on. Give them a little bit and allow them to feel like maybe they can do something to help you, whether it's not asking for that next pair of sneakers or going out and doing some babysitting.
Right. Communicate with your
You
kids.
said there's a health connection too, right? There's a tie-in between the difference
and health. People who know the difference tend to exercise 2 to 3 times a week. It builds up the endorphins, the
now you've gone too
optimism.
far.
It gets you out of the depression.
It is so good for your
those
brain.
endorphins really, if you're depressed, exercising will
Do something you like doing. The endorphins make you happy. Those are the happy things. But, maybe exercising's your thing.
Well, they always say love what you do, and the money will follow. It's basically what you're saying.
Because I wanted to. This is actually your question. Can I ask it about the myths of the wealthy people? I thought that was really interesting.
People think that the wealthy people spend a lot of money. They don't proportionally. They actually save all along the way. And the thing about saving money is it feels good.
Well, they have more to save.
Well, no, not. If you look at it, I'm not saying that they don't spend anything, but they prioritize saving. And when you have money saved, you feel like you're a better person, you're a better parent. It's really a form of it's a form of self-care to just say, I'm going to put a little bit of money away. And it doesn't have to be.
I agree with that, Jean. But a lot of people saved, and then their money got lost in the stock market.
They didn't save. They were speculators. Or investors.
A lot of people saved and got boned by people like AIG.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No. I'm with you on that. But your savings.
Yes.
There's a difference. There's a difference between your savings and your investments, and the savings belong in safe harbors.
Well, we could be talking about this forever. Our thanks to Jean Chesky. Everyone in our audience is going home with a copy of her book. And if you want to see that website that I told you about, go to YouTube. It's called Is Anyone Listening? We'll be right back.
I gotta say.
We're glad to be back. We want y'all to take a little time to enjoy whatever view you happen to be looking at. See you tomorrow.